This is CBC Winnipeg News.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. A second Manitoba family is now dealing with heartbreak and devastation as their mother has been identified as the second victim of a bus crash in the Dominican Republic. Kim LaFantasy and her husband were among the group of travelers on the bus heading from the airport to the hotel when the shuttle lost control. But her sons say they were left in the dark about what happened to their mom. Now they want answers. CBC's Santiago Arias Orozco has more.
Kim LaFantasy's laugh made everyone around her smile. Her sons say she was also generous and spent most of her life looking after others, whether it be caring for stray cats, volunteering at her church, or raising her family.
She was our best friend, and she never backed down from a challenge, and it was such a blessing to have her.
LaFantasy died after a tourist bus crashed in the Dominican Republic on Sunday. She was traveling from Punta Cana's airport to a resort when the shuttle went off the road near Villahermosa. LaFantasy was traveling with her husband Richard, who remains in hospital in the Dominican. He told them the bus was going very fast down a curved road before the crash.
He told me she was put on a stretcher, and she looked over at her arm fully covered in blood after they were thrown out of the bus window.
The family says news of LaFantasy's death came from a news reporter, and it took Global Affairs Canada more than 24 hours after the crash to confirm her passing.
Everything we're having to do ourselves, we're having to fill in all these blanks, right?
LaFantasy had only ever taken one other sunny vacation. Her sons say she was beyond excited for this trip. Their mom spent most of their time helping others, including her family.
She'd work 2 to 3 jobs at a time just to make sure that we had what we needed. But then she was always present.
LaFantasy's sons want an investigation into the crash and for other traveling families to be careful. But most of all, they hope others tell their parents how much they love them.
I'm never going to get her back. But I tell you that she was the best person that I've ever met. The best go-to, the best friend.
For now, they're holding tight to the memories and working with a funeral home to repatriate LaFantasy's body, which could take weeks. Santiago Arias Orozco, CBC News, Winnipeg.
There were tears and relief for families inside a Winnipeg courtroom after jurors found Jamie Felix guilty in the mass shooting of 5 people. Tonight, we hear from some of those victims' families who spent more than 2 years waiting for this moment. CBC's Josh Crabb has their reaction.
Candles burned at a vigil in December 2023 on the steps of this Langside Street rooming house days after 5 people inside were shot. More than 2 years later, it was a bittersweet day for family members of some of the victims. Jamie Randy Felix, the man accused of pulling the trigger, was found guilty by a jury of 5 counts of second-degree murder.
I feel very relieved and I feel justice.
Melissa Marco's brother, Sean Marco, is among those who were shot. He survived 18 months but died last year. Dylan Lavalley, Malela Gliseri-Lesikel, Crystal Beardy, and her sister Stephanie Beardy were also killed.
This represents all 5 that were taken.
Family members wore shirts with the names of the victims. The Beardy family says Crystal and Stephanie were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I'm happy about the verdict. I'm just not, it's never going to be justice because he's alive and I had to bury my daughters. But they were sisters in life, sisters in death, sisters forever.
Violence broke out in the courtroom shortly after the verdicts were read out. Felix, while standing in the prisoner's box, tried talking to friends when sheriff's officers intervened. He punched one of them in the face. Several other sheriff's officers surrounded Felix and tried holding him back. His shirt ripped off. Felix was eventually subdued. The jury was told Felix's brother and father were associated with a gang selling drugs out of the rooming house. The Crown argued Felix had been drinking and doing drugs for days, and the shootings were driven by his paranoia about what was going on there. The jury rejected the defense's theory Felix's father, who recently died, orchestrated the killings.
We just pray that a 25-year sentence is given with no chance of parole for 25 years.
Second-degree murder carries a mandatory life sentence with no chance of parole for between 10 and 25 years. A judge will decide how long Felix will have to wait when he's formally sentenced at a later date. Josh Crabb, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Winnipeg police say a driver critically injured during a rush hour crash Thursday has passed away. Emergency crews were called to the single-car crash at the Dominican Centre on Goulet Street just before 8 a.m. yesterday. A witness at the scene stated 2 women were in the car when it crashed through a building, but police now say the driver was the lone occupant. The 60-year-old woman did not survive. Police in Winnipeg will be outfitted with body-worn cameras by this summer. For now, the chief says they're starting small, with just a few dozen officers in a pilot project. CBC's Cameron McLean reports.
Winnipeg police will test body-worn cameras on frontline officers this summer. The city has debated equipping police with body cameras for years. In 2021, council rejected a police request for the cameras over the cost. Now, about 40 officers will wear the cameras as part of a pilot project in June, expected to run through the summer. Police Chief Gene Bowers says the goal is to see how the video can be used both in investigations and in court.
Anytime there's a critical incident that occurs, the first thing we're looking for is video. So I think it's incumbent on us to provide that video.
The pilot will come at no cost to the police service because of a contract with the company supplying the cameras. The chief also outlined several steps the service is taking to improve accountability after multiple officers, including former Constable Elston Bostock, were charged in recent corruption investigations.
It's about reaffirming our policies and our procedures that they're there for a reason. They're there to ensure that we uphold our integrity and accountability to the public.
Those steps include expanding internal investigations, introducing new performance tracking systems, and increasing oversight by supervisors. Brandon University sociology professor Christopher Schneider says strengthening oversight is critical to rebuilding public trust in policing.
Accountability in these situations is only as good as the policy that would direct and determine how accountability is going to be not only measured, but I think when you look at discipline, which is really important.
Meanwhile, one city councillor says safety on Winnipeg Transit needs a closer look. Police officers began riding buses last fall, but the chief says that program has ended. The city launched its community safety team 2 years ago with the goal of addressing violence on transit. But Charleswood Tuxedo Westwood councillor Evan Duncan wants the city to consider putting police on buses permanently.
Our community safety officers are doing good work. They're targeting certain routes. We have Winnipeg Police in the downtown area, 1,100 plus hours. Things are working down there. There seems to be a trend. What can we do better for Winnipeggers who are riding transit to ensure that they are safe at all times?
Duncan says he wants the city to study the costs and options before deciding whether a permanent police presence on buses is needed. Cameron McLean, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Students and staff at a downtown secondary school got out of class early today. Kids were sent home from Gordon Bell High after pepper spray was released inside. The Winnipeg School Division says it happened around 11 a.m. The superintendent says safety was the first priority and classes for the rest of the day were canceled. An investigation is now underway and he says those responsible will be held accountable.
Originally, we thought it was contained to the first floor, but then, of course, like any building, it gets put through the ventilation system, and it was making people a little bit irritated with throats and nose and those types of things, and that's not a great learning environment. So we just thought we'd have an early dismissal on a Friday.
A play scheduled for this evening is expected to go forward. All right, time to bring in weather specialist Riley Lachuk. And Riley, this morning, my goodness, everything just covered with that layer of ice.
Yeah, I got woken up to the sound of scraping windshields this morning. Thanks, Brittany. Yeah, you know, it wasn't all that much freezing drizzle. It was just a light amount of freezing drizzle that fell, but You know, the city, much of eastern Manitoba, northwestern Ontario through the day today, nudging into some of that warmer air. And then once we got through the overnight hours last night, the temperature dropped and hardened some of that very thin layer of freezing drizzle that fell. So hence why it was a little bit icy. Some of that's still falling in northwestern Ontario as we head into the early evening hours. High pressure to the north has really struggled to clear us out today. It's been pushing southward, but this cloud cover has been winning out throughout much of the day today. I do think we get into some clearing as we head into the evening tonight. Slightly cooler than last night, looking at -14 overnight in Winnipeg. South winds remaining fairly light as we get through the overnight hours tonight. Into the morning, a bit of a chilly start, although closer to seasonal for morning temperature at least. -12 first thing. Then we're up to +2 by the time we get to the afternoon. Brittany, I think we can actually get to 3 by the time we get into the evening. And yes, a few showers coming our way, a bit breezy as well. I'll go into all the details in just a bit.
All right, keeping an eye on that. Thank you, Riley.
You're welcome.
It's a brand new emergency room, but it's got the same old problems. Why doctors are once again pushing for changes to patient flow. More on that ahead. Wait times, once unheard of and unfathomable, are now becoming the norm inside one Winnipeg emergency room, according to the doctors who work in them. At times this week, St. Boniface Hospital ER had around 70 people left waiting for care. And doctors say situations like that have come to be expected. The CBC's Arturo Chang reports.
It's like, the frog in a pot of boiling water.
Dr. Noam Cates says that's how it feels in emergency rooms, with wait times worsening and doctor frustration rising. The ER doctor says patients at St. Boniface Hospital now face wait times that were once unheard of. Upwards of 70 people were stuck in the waiting room at points earlier this week, some for as long as 24 hours before they were seen.
You would be seeing a mass of humanity sitting and often suffering in the waiting room, all of who are left wondering when it is that they're going to be seen.
St. Boniface ER admissions rose after its renovated emergency department opened last fall, officials say, with hundreds of more visits every month.
We will try and start to see them in non-traditional care areas like in hallways.
Dr. Aaron Gwynn was on shift Wednesday evening and gave an example of how bad it can get. He says there were 64 treatment spaces in the ER department. 52 were occupied by people that could leave the ER and go to other wards, but there wasn't any room. That left doctors with about 12 beds to work with. All the while, there were 57 people waiting to be seen.
Like elderly or vulnerable people who are waiting like over a day to be seen by a physician stuck in a hallway somewhere. Like, that's terrible.
Gwynn says the hospital may have broken an all-time record Monday evening, with 75 people in the waiting room at one point. The Winnipeg Regional Health Authority says it would need time to confirm the milestone. Health Minister Zoma Azawara said in a statement the government is taking action, adding an internal medicine physician to the department, and doctors are now helping triage. Noam Cates says none of these problems are new, and many ER doctors are demoralized by years of inaction. A second set of renovations at the St. Boniface department will add more capacity this fall, but Cates says that won't fix a system-wide issue.
When your sink is clogged, the answer is not to build a bigger sink.
Arturo Chang, CBC News, Winnipeg.
The number of firefighters able to respond to medical calls doubled this week in 2 southeast municipalities. That's because a new model no longer requires them to have an emergency medical responder license. CBC's Christopher Garreau shows what it means for rural Manitobans in a medical emergency.
The Niverville Fire Department is among the first in Manitoba to work under a new model that will allow more firefighters to respond to more medical calls.
Provincial requirements introduced in 2022 meant emergency medical responder licenses took 320 hours of training. Now, volunteers in fast-growing Niverville need only 120 hours of advanced first aid training to respond to medical emergencies.
We have a bunch of people that work shift work that handle a lot of these calls, so there is gaps sometimes in our ability to respond, but now we feel that we've filled those gaps.
The new model requires firefighters to call Vectors for advice on administering medications like aspirin and EpiPens. Vectors includes medical staff who, for the first time, are aiding firefighters over the phone.
We can administer Narcan, oxygen, defibrillation. We can even deliver babies.
So far, the only other fire department working under the new model is in the RM of Emerson Franklin, in the communities of Emerson and Dominion City.
Emerson Chief Jeff French explains his 2 fire halls cover 1,100 square kilometers. They were down to 6 qualified medical responders dealing with emergencies from highway crashes to overdoses. Firefighter medical responders will double there too, where it can take up to 45 minutes for an ambulance to arrive. Niverville and Emerson Franklin firefighters are also going to fewer medical calls under this model. The focus is now on the most urgent level 1 and 2 calls.
3s can sometimes come in as a stomach ache. They're taking out the priority 3s, so that will reduce our number of calls and number of burnout, and everything else that goes along with it.
The chiefs say other rural fire departments are watching closely as they consider applying to have more firefighters qualified to answer the call. Christopher Garreau, CBC News, Niverville.
A young bison that had wandered away from a First Nation ranch has safely made its way back home. It came as a relief to those in Broken Head Ojibwe Nation. The calf had escaped earlier in the week, but was found thanks in part by drones used by searchers. The chief says the entire herd plays a big role in the First Nation.
We're going to have more babies. The community gets very excited about that. They go down and they watch the new calves. The new calves also, like the herd itself has gotten pretty comfortable with us. So they'll come out every once in a while and everybody will come down and see them. They're pretty big hit in the community.
The chief says eventually some of the bison will be harvested and used for traditional foods. He also says eventually they want to sign a treaty with another First Nation and gift them a starter herd in an effort to repopulate bison in the province. Riley back in now, and I don't know, he looks like he was just going out for a little run, wanted to see the area.
Little morning walk.
Right? It's his version of the dog walk.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit icy for that this morning,
Yes,
though.
absolutely.
Yeah, especially on sidewalks and whatnot.
Oof, yep.
Slippery one this morning. Bit of an up and down, Brittany, as we get through the next few days. I'm going to start big picture here, broad. Yes, this looks a little over-exaggerated. What I'm showing you is a longer range outlook with a bit of a lower resolution forecast model. It's meant to kind of give you a trend of what's sort of coming down the pipeline here. So this is what impacted the province through the night last night. But as we get through the weekend, we actually have a couple of systems on the way here. So the first one will roll through as we get through Saturday. This bringing more of a snow event to northern and central parts of the province. But as we see some warmer air nudging in with a warm front again, and our temperatures push up in the south, really anywhere south of, say, Arborg through the Narrows. This is likely a rain event. This quickly moves out, and then there's a second one coming down the pipeline. This one I think a bit weaker as we get through later Sunday into Monday. Then high pressure starts to set in as we get early next week, and what that will do is actually block another weak disturbance and keep it stateside for the most part as we get through the middle of next week. So that's just sort of a broad outlook on what's to come as we get through the next several days here. Yes, I mean, things could change, certainly as we get into early next week and toward the middle of next week. Lots of uncertainty once you get that far out in the forecast, but it's just meant to give you a bit of a trend per se. So here's that first clipper as it pushes through the province as we get through Saturday. I mean, even by supper time, the PA Flin Flon out of the snow for the most part, but could see some of that continuing into the evening tomorrow for Thompson, Norway House, and into northeastern parts of the province. But where this warm front nudges in with some warmer temperatures above the freezing mark tomorrow, this is a quick shot of rain even as we get through into the later afternoon, early evening hours. You know, anywhere really south of Highway 68, parts of the Interlake maybe see some mixing or a brief period of freezing rain, but for the most part, anywhere Trans-Canada and south, this is a quick shot of rain. We'll maybe see a few flurries as temperatures cool overnight into Sunday morning along the cold front that comes through with this. And then the second system nudges through as we get later Sunday into Monday again. Another quick shot of snow for central parts of the province. This one maybe carries some flurries as we get early into Monday morning through southern Manitoba before we see things tapering off. So slightly unsettled, but things will be warmer than seasonal as we get into the weekend. So this takes us out into the early part of Sunday. I mean, anywhere into the Interlake and south, I'd really not worry about the snowfall numbers. This is mainly a rain event, but certainly 5 to 10 centimeters possible in northern Manitoba. So Brittany, 3 degrees into Sunday. Don't forget about that time change, and then things fall as that cold front comes through into early next week.
Let's bring those clocks forward.
Yes.
Thanks, Riley.
You're welcome.
And here's a little someone who doesn't seem to mind the weather, enjoying a little treat. We have more ahead right after this. The war in the Middle East continues to expand well beyond Iran and Lebanon. Sirens blared in Kuwait City early Friday after Iran launched a wave of missiles. Here's a look at Kuwaiti defense systems intercepting a projectile as it lit up the night sky. An American military base just outside Kuwait City was also among the locations targeted. It's one of the U.S. military's main hubs for delivering combat support in the region. 3 aerial drones hit the UAE Friday, according to the country's defense ministry. Air defenses destroyed several ballistic missiles and dozens of drones. Iranian army officials are vowing that more attacks will follow. Meanwhile, police in Dubai have sent a mass text message warning residents about their posts. Social media influencers could face fines or prison for posts about the conflict with Iran. As the war continues, it's getting more difficult for Canadians to leave impacted countries. One Winnipeg family is living that reality right now and is doing everything they can to get home. CBC's Gavin Axelrod has more.
Abdallah Olivier and his wife Aya Al-Habrawi were smiling and enjoying their vacation in Kuwait in this picture taken in February. But their time celebrating Ramadan with family there has been interrupted by war. Now, they're trying to do whatever they can to get home to Winnipeg.
We just want to bring our children home safely. And yeah, like every day we wake up for the last couple of days, the sound of sirens going off.
Kuwait has become a target for Iranian retaliation to U.S. and Israeli strikes. Over the weekend, strikes were reported at the airport there. New video Friday showed smoke and fire rising from an airbase in Kuwait, used as a U.S. hub for getting support into the region.
There's obviously actively intercepting missiles, drones, debris landed in various places in Kuwait.
Global Affairs Canada said in an email to Olivier earlier this week, government-assisted departures or evacuations from another country are never guaranteed. The Canadian embassy in Kuwait pointed him to Saudi Arabian land borders that were open and ways to get there by vehicle.
We're a family with 2 kids and in a war zone. I mean, I don't know, who else should we rely on? Other countries are flying their citizens home. Canada sent us an email, basically.
His wife also worries even if they do go to Saudi Arabia, it would be expensive.
You don't know if the airport gonna close. You don't want to stuck in an airport, so that added up, but that's stressful for any plan that we are thinking of.
Speaking to reporters Friday, Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister says thousands of Canadians have requested help getting out of the Middle East.
My team is sourcing all means of transportation for Canadians to leave the region as a whole.
Global Affairs Canada continues to ask people not to travel to the region. The agency also says people in the Middle East should stay vigilant and follow instructions of local authorities at all times. Gavin Axelrod, CBC News, Winnipeg.
The price of oil has hit $90 a barrel for the first time in nearly 2 years. It comes after Qatar's energy minister warned that he expects all oil and gas exporters in the Gulf to stop production within days. About a fifth of the world's oil supply is usually shipped through the Strait of Hormuz each day, but traffic through the narrow passage has all but halted since the war began. Canada-U.S. Trade Minister Dominic LeBlanc was in Washington today, where he met with his counterpart, Jameson Greer. It was their first face-to-face meeting this year, with a focus on the upcoming review of the Canada-U.S.-Mexico agreement. LeBlanc's office says they had constructive and substantive discussions pertaining to the CUSMA joint review process, along with broader bilateral trade issues. They also agreed to continue working together. For decades, Paralympians have reached the podium with the help from advances in prosthetics. New, sophisticated models are available for many people living with disabilities, but the high cost can put them out of reach for some. The CBC's Jennifer LaGrassa explains.
This is what gave Tyler Turner his life back and brought him to this moment at the 2022 Beijing Paralympics.
He grabs the gold!
That's thanks in large part to his prosthetics. Turner became a double leg amputee about 7 years ago after a skydiving accident. His love of sports kept him moving forward.
Really what it comes down to is find joy again, to smile.
And that wouldn't be possible without his prosthetics.
You can't tell I'm walking in prosthetics. When I'm snowboarding, you can't tell I'm snowboarding in prosthetics because the feet are that advanced.
Lightweight, energy-storing materials and limbs tailored to a person's body that increase stability and control are some key advancements.
The knee and foot that Terry Fox is using, what we have now is just night and day different.
It's those improvements that Sam Paulus is thankful for. The 59-year-old had his left leg amputated after a severe bacterial infection in 2011.
I didn't know if I was ever going to be able to walk again, get out of bed again.
But these days, he's doing a lot more than that, spending nearly every weekend in the winter skiing using a special prosthetic.
It's got a pneumatic shock in it that's really taken from a mountain bike, and you're compressing the air in the shock, and that gives you rebound, and it's letting you really ski like you've got a normal leg.
It cost about $12,000. Across Canada, prosthetic coverage varies. In most cases, funding isn't available for sporting limbs, which means newer models are out of reach for many. But this Toronto rehab hospital is looking at ways to improve access with new technology that could lower costs.
Using things like 3D scanning, 3D designing, and 3D printing to make the devices, higher performing, stronger, lighter.
And test the limits of what's possible at future Paralympic Games. Jennifer LaGrassa, CBC News, Windsor, Ontario.
Controversy surrounding politics is nothing new to the Olympics. Right now, it's evident at the Paralympics. The issue? Russia's participation amid the ongoing war in Ukraine. Alexander Silverman reports.
Federazione Russa.
A hostile reception for Russian athletes walking out under their own flag at the Paralympics for the first time since 2014. The International Paralympic Committee allowing 6 athletes from Russia and 4 from Belarus. Both countries were banned after the 2022 invasion of Ukraine.
We have to remain neutral, remain focused on sports.
The committee's president says the invitation was the result of a democratic vote by members.
Watch the Paralympics because of the athletes. Don't make a decision in not supporting, not watching because of politics.
But the politics of the move are clouding the start of the games. Several European nations, including Ukraine, boycotted the opening ceremony. And France and Britain refused to send government officials.
I think it's a big mistake because we are sending a wrong signal.
Canada, absent from the event to focus on preparation for competition, but issuing a statement opposing the decision, saying the Paralympic Committee stands in solidarity with Ukrainian athletes and the Ukrainian people, and continues to believe the conditions have not been met for Russian and Belarusian reinstatement. On the streets of Kyiv, the move is sparking heated backlash. Russia has committed countless war crimes, and the world continues to look away, says this resident. It is unacceptable for them to participate. Russia's return comes amid a debate over the country's future at the Olympics.
They're trying to depoliticize the games.
This expert says the Paralympics could open the door for further Russian reinstatement in international sport.
On the athletes' rights perspective, you can see why people are trying to focus on athletes and having the games about the athletes.
The fractious issue, almost certain to spark division with any outcome, for a global sports movement aimed at bringing nations together. Alexander Silberman, CBC News, Regina.
It's a crime we often associate with the distant past. But last fall, Southern Ontario witnessed a series of robberies at grave sites. Now, one of the people who had a family member's resting place plundered is telling his story. The CBC's Ali Shiasin reports.
My brother came to visit and called me and said, "Hey, Derek, the rings are missing."
An unthinkable violation. Their parents' niche, where their ashes are kept, was broken into and robbed.
So he went to the office to report it, and they indicated that there's been a string of robberies in Ontario.
That very day, news broke.
It was premeditated, deliberate, and utterly disgraceful.
As at the other, at least 50 graves that had been targeted.
Like, you wouldn't know if you walked by.
There was a meticulous use of tools to get in and out, allowing the theft to go undetected. Police say 8 cemeteries spanning an area from Niagara to Toronto had been targeted, the news spurring operators to review their security protocols.
Things that we looked at were increasing inspections and monitoring.
But aside from cameras and patrols, to lock down cemeteries anymore changes their very purpose.
Cemeteries are intentionally open and accessible because families need space to grieve.
140 people have reported thefts, but few have gotten their valuables back.
A lot of the stolen items were either discarded, melted down because it was a precious metal, or sold.
The co-accused were arrested in November and face hundreds of charges. In some instances, those charges include indignity to human remains.
They would take that urn, think they could get some money for it, dump the ashes, and in some cases we haven't recovered those remains of those loved ones.
We had like my parents' wedding rings, which are silver.
Those were likely melted down or pawned.
The sentimental value.
Yeah, that was probably the biggest part. I kind of regret that part. Yeah.
Derek Morey's message is to really think about what you're willing to place at a loved one's gravesite or niche.
Police gave me this back. It's not worth anything. It's just a good luck thing. At least we got something that was recovered.
Ali Chiasson, CBC News, Toronto.
Yeah.
It's a record set by a famous homegrown NHL player, and now it's been broken. The latest on a young new hockey phenom after the break. Stay with us. A 14-year-old hockey phenom playing for a Brandon team has smashed a league record set by Winnipeg's Jonathan Toews more than 20 years ago. Michelle McDougall has more.
The Brandon Wheat Kings under 15 AAA team is practicing for the playoffs, skating hard, sights set on a provincial championship. Laser focused is 14-year-old Cale Nichol, who's coming off a record-setting regular season, averaging more than 4 points per game, hitting the net 86 times with 55 assists. But he's quick to share the spotlight with his team.
We're a really deep team this year, like all three lines. Like we come out wave after wave after wave on the ice, and it's really good, yeah.
The record that Nichols smashed was set by Winnipeg's own Jonathan Toews more than 20 years ago when he was a teenager playing in the same league. At 14, Toews achieved 4.02 points per game in 48 games. Nichols recently racked up 4.41 points per game in fewer matchups, a year younger at 13.
Yeah, it's great. I know it's awesome, but it doesn't really affect me a whole lot. I just keep playing and, yeah, keep going.
Nichols got to break around the player. He's getting chased by 4. Rolling puck, shot, scores!
Nichols has been skating since he was 4 years old, starting in Timbits hockey. And even though he's underage for the WHL now, he's already been tapped as a first-round draft pick for next year.
Not only is he a fantastic player, he shoots it hard, he skates well, he competes, he's extremely coachable.
His parents say he's following in his older brother's footsteps, who's already been drafted.
We're probably equally as surprised in most games and situations than everybody else. They come to us and say, did you know, or have you seen that before? And we're usually surprised, right, with both boys.
Nichols already has international experience, striking gold in Finland in 2025, playing in an elite tournament. He was the event's top scorer, even potting a hat trick. His secret to success? Work hard and don't take shortcuts. You live, eat, breathe, sleep, walk, skate.
Yep. Hockey, yeah.
His ultimate goal is representing Canada at the World Juniors one day. But first are the provincial championships this weekend in Brandon against the Winnipeg Bruins. Michelle McDougall, CBC News, Brandon.
All right, maybe another future pair of siblings in the NHL.
No kidding, and
Watch
right
out,
here in
Jets.
Manitoba.
Right? Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes.
What is not so nice was all that ice that was out there this morning. And it's going to go away soon, though, right?
Yeah, we'll get into some warming tomorrow, Brittany. So, I mean, prepare for a sloppy weekend, particularly in the south, because a lot of melting likely happening Saturday into Sunday with some precipitation. Great day to just stay inside and look at it, maybe. Like Shadow, thank you, Leanne, for sending this picture in for Feline Friday, of course. I've got a couple for you. Shadow looks like she's enjoying that cushion, that blanket, claimed it for herself. And Nui and Blanche, and Mo, sorry, not to be confused. Nui is this one, and Mo is this one, I believe. Thank you, Karen, for sending this picture in. Keep sending yours talkback at cbc.ca. So as we get later in the afternoon tomorrow, winds do start to pick up, so it will be a bit breezy as we get through the weekend. Northwesterly winds by the time we get to the afternoon, and then we're looking at some showers pushing in as we see things pushing in some warmer air with that warm front that comes through. So some warmer air coming into the weekend that will really mess things up a little bit here for us in terms of melting. So -7 right now in Winnipeg. That was my forecast high for today. It took us a while to get there with some of that cloud cover with that northeast wind at 13 right now. Across the rest of the province, -5s for Brandon and Melita, -3 in the Pas, Thompson at -7 at the moment. Temperatures that are actually close to seasonal for this time of the year, but it will be short-lived, particularly into northern Manitoba as we get through the back half of the weekend. So overnight temperatures, again, very seasonal overnight tonight through the south. Usually we should be around -13, looking at -11s, -12s into the west. A partly cloudy sky for most overnight tonight, and we'll get some cloud pushing in as we get through into the overnight hours in northern Manitoba, -23 in Thompson, Gillam -25 through the overnight hours. So as we get through the day, this first clipper pushes through. It's a very quick 3 to 5 centimeters through Flin Flon, the Pas, Lynn Lake, even by 4 o'clock. Pretty much done with it. 2 to 4 coming through the day tomorrow through Thompson into Norway House. And as we push through southern Manitoba, you'll see when that warm front starts to push in, We'll get some mixing perhaps into the Interlake, +2 in Gimli tomorrow and up to around 4 degrees in south central parts of the province. In your long range, up to 6 degrees in the west by Sunday. Then we drop down to -6 for Monday. Temperatures dropping across the rest of the south as well. And in northern Manitoba, behind all of this, some much colder air on the way, -15 for Thompson into Sunday, Brittany, and temperatures staying in the -20s along the Hudson Bay coast.
Thanks, Riley.
You're welcome.
The 2026 Milano Cortina Paralympic Winter Games kicks off today. 600 athletes from around the globe are competing. The lone Manitoban, Jesse Baczynski, is competing in para-Nordic skiing. He and his guide spoke earlier with Marjorie Dowhouse.
I am feeling super excited and proud to represent Canada, and I think Manitoba has stuck with me all over the years, and I'm very, very grateful.
Well, we're proud of you, and we're sticking with you here in Manitoba.
Yeah, no, I feel like ready and prepared, and definitely things are going really well.
Tell us, Jesse, a little bit more. What para-Nordic events will you be competing in?
So the first event will be a classic 1.5 sprint. And then the next day will be a 10K classic.
Jesse, when did you first get interested in Nordic skiing?
I got interested in 2014 with a lady, or with a friend of my mom's named Pam McDonald and Jackie Hummelbrunner. They both got me into Nordic skiing, and I loved it ever since. And yeah, I feel really lucky to be able to just be here and ski for all of you guys. And yeah, it's a proud moment.
And you are international. You're the only Manitoban, in fact, that's competing at the Paralympic Games. Levi, when did you and Jesse start working together?
I think it's probably around 2016. Jesse was racing at the International Peace Gardens in southern Manitoba, and he needed a guide for the weekend. I live right around there, so I was able to step up and kind of guide him for a race. And then I've been guiding him off and on for about the last 10 years or so.
Give us a little bit more insight into how do you prepare for something that is as big as this, Levi? What does it take to get ready for these games?
Okay.
Yeah, there's tons of preparation, especially when you are visually impaired. There's a lot of repetition and kind of teamwork and communication between the guide and athlete. So we spend lots of time just doing the course and training together and making sure that we have a lot of confidence in each other's skiing ability to get around this course. It's it's an Olympic course, obviously, and a Paralympic course, so it's a very challenging course. And so yeah, it takes a lot of focus and preparation to race it.
Mm-hmm. And what about you, Jesse? Because you had something to say about preparations. What's it been like for you?
Well, it's a lot of hard work and dedication. And there's an old saying, athlete is made in the summer. So we do a lot of dryland training, like running, roller skiing, strength, and that also carries over into the winter. And when it comes time, we push, we correct our training plan to make sure we're ready and prepared for any race that we have to do. And yeah.
Jesse, you were born with no central vision and were later diagnosed with a degenerative eye disease. What was it like to receive a diagnosis like that at that age?
Well, I would say I was born visually impaired, but over the years it progressively got worse, and I'm at the point it can't go any worse, but. And I would say I focus on what I can't do and what I can do, and I know I may be blind, but my vision is clear.
Levi, what made you want to get involved in becoming a guide?
Yeah, so I used to compete in cross country skiing quite a bit, and Jesse caught me at a good time because I was kind of tapering off of my competitive career, so kind of was another way for me to keep skiing and kind of keep engaged in the sport and continue to travel and race around the world. So.
And how important is that connection between an athlete and a guide?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's massive. There's a lot of trust. I've tried skiing with blackout goggles a couple times, where my vision is fully blind for a course, and it's terrifying. It makes kind of cross-country skiing into a bit of an extreme sport. So you need a ton of trust and faith in your guide and the athlete to get down the sketchy hills and get around the course.
Levi, what has it meant to you to help guide an athlete? What has it done for you yourself as an athlete?
Yeah, it definitely kept me like kind of engaged in the sport and continuing to like set goals and kind of keep improving. It's definitely a different challenge. It's kind of like almost doing a separate sport because it's very technical to guide and kind of a new skill set. So it's been a huge honor to guide for Jesse at these games.
Still ahead, making the most of the season, how one Cape Breton business is cashing in. Stay with us.
All right, here's a look at your 7-day forecast and prepare for a bit of an up and down, so that freeze thaw happening for a little bit here. So +2 tomorrow afternoon. By the evening, I think we might be able to get to 3 in Winnipeg, but watch for a bit of a windy one ahead. Breezy into Sunday once again. Could see some showers transitioning over to some flurries as we get into the evening, maybe some mixing at times. Then a cooler one into Monday, -5, chance of flurries in the morning. Then we start to get into some more clear skies. So -5 into Tuesday, -4 into Wednesday, and looking at maybe a bit more snow toward the end of next weekend. A reminder, don't forget to, along with your clocks, change your smoke detector batteries as we go through the weekend with that time change. So our sunrise, Sunday, 7:56 a.m. and 7:22 will be our new sunset. And my oven will be the wrong time for the next 6 months.
And the car.
And that too. Snowmobiling is a favorite pastime for many, including here in Manitoba.
In Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, snowmobilers are making the most of a very snowy winter. Anna Rack has our daily lift.
It's hard to travel through the Cape Breton Highlands in the winter without seeing a snowmobile go zooming by. And this year, the conditions have been perfect for it.
Just showing people what's in our backyard. Like, people don't realize what's in the Cape Breton Highlands or even on the trails, the local trails.
For Turk and Kathy Tower at T&T Outdoor Adventures, it's a similar story. They've been snowmobiling for over 40 years and built a business around it up on Hunter's Mountain.
We love to provide a chance for people to make memories, and it's always a great adventure, and people like to experience snowmobiling.
For the Towers, it's all about sharing the natural beauty.
It's just the scenery, the camaraderie, the trail network. It all works together. It just makes for a fantastic day on the trails.
There's always lots of things to see and to watch for. Watch out for wildlife along the way, and there is a lot of different viewpoints that make it pretty spectacular to see.
While they are thankful to Mother Nature for all the snow, they're also thankful to the dedicated trail groomers who make it possible to cruise the backwoods. Anna Rack, CBC News, Badek.
Lots of snow out there to do it in.
And you know, looking at some of those images, if I hadn't known that was Nova Scotia, I would have guessed that was like the Duck Mountains or something. Because it looks very similar.
Somewhere here in Manitoba.
Somewhere in the province, yeah.
I'm sure it's also happening out here.
Yes.
Have a wonderful weekend. We will see you back here next week. Stay safe.